Let's pick up now on our top story this hour. The memorial service for legendary actor Joe Mafela being held at the Joburg Theatre this morning. The 75-year-old dying on Saturday in a car accident on the M1. Our reporter Nontobeko Sibisi is standing by for us in the Johannesburg CBD. Good morning to you again, Nontobeko. I understand that mourners have started pouring in where you are.
Of course, Kathy. Well, we're just under an hour until the actual memorial service starts at exactly 11 o'clock. We're told that there will be a children's choir outlined outside. They'll be welcoming the many mourners that will be here today. And of course, the actual program will consist of the likes of tributes from our family, friends, and of course, people from the actual industry itself, including the likes of Utembi Mtshali, that we know very, very well, that start alongside Yena Usdumo, Yena Imbungulu, maLouiza, rather, back in the 1980s. But Kathy, I just want to flesh out rather the career, the 50-year decade that Joe Mafela has spent in front of our TV screen, entertaining many of us in our household. Kathy, for most of us, we know him from Sgudi'Snayc back in the 1980s, one of the very popular Zulu sitcoms, where we do know him as the character as Usdumo, a name that stuck with him even off screen. But if you look at his career, it dates back to 1964, where he starred in a movie, one of the very first feature films called Real News. He started there as an editor in that particular film, and then he also went on to also star in Shout at the Devil. But one of the popular ones that he did was also in 1974. You remember Uteli, we're studying the likes of Cynthia Shange, Nontletema's mother, where that side he played a character called Peter Pleasure, a Malawian character, and apparently that became much more popular because of Peter Pleasure, which was Dumo's character, as opposed to the actual movie itself. But if you pan along through that, after being a film director, film producer, an actor, an on-screen comedian, and also off-screen, in 1996 he decided to also branch off and start off, obviously, his music career. We remember the popular song Shebeleza Njalo, an anthem that became a theme song at the African Cup of Nations. That was in it. He went on to release 3 albums that also included the song called Togo Ujola Nobani, and I'm sure you've seen all of those clips and all of those posts being highlighted on Twitter and on social media. And for him, his career spanned and it branched until the last couple of days, where we've seen him on Generations Legacy as Tebuho Moroka. But Kathy, I won't say all the details. I just want to speak to Bab Welcome Msomi, who's part of the living legends that Dumo was also part of. And towards his last moment, I would like to ask you, when did he become part of the actual living legends that's under the Department of Arts and Culture?
Well, we started the Living Legends Legacy project in 2016, and so where we were selected by other living legends to be part of the trust. And so Usdumo, as we call him, was representing film and television. And we have people like Don Matera, poetry. We have Dr. Wally Serote, who's in terms of heritage. We have Stompy Manana, and we have Sister Leta Mbulu, who is the deputy chair of the Living Legends, and that is why then they asked me to be the chair of the Living Legends. What happened is that we were so excited to have these amazing people. So we started with what we called master classes, where they would spend time with the young people out in the communities. And Usdumo was sent to Guamashu, for instance, at a Kaya center, and those kids can never forget the information and the love that he showed to them. And he was then going to be coming back to work on some of the projects that the young people created themselves. And he has been doing master classes at the Market Theatre. And what is amazing with Joe is that he never complained, you know, and it doesn't matter how many people ask to take photographs with him, he'll say yes, and at times we feel sorry for him, and then we say, yeah, Joe, awuhlale phansi, just rest. Tell these people that you need to rest. Athi no, bayekele beze babuka Imbungulu, so he was just like that. And that is why we are celebrating. Yes, it's painful to say goodbye to him, but the most important thing is that his legacy is going to live on. And what is going to happen here, we're going to have people who have worked with him. And we said also, this is not a moment to cry. This is a moment to celebrate, because he was a celebration. Ever since he was born, he just loved to entertain people, to make people happy. So we are saying at this memorial, we are going to see happiness as Joe celebrated it.
Thank you very much, Msomi, for your time. Of course, that is welcome, Msomi, from the Living Legends, just highlighting some of the contribution that Joe Mafela has made within his involvement, of course, in the program of the Living Legends. Well, Kathy, you've heard it. It's going to be a celebration of Usdumo, of Peter Pleasure, of Imbungulu, maLouiza, right here at the Joburg Theatre. Do follow us on Twitter, #Joe Mafela Memorial. It's back to you, Kathy.